fact that
I
the
like
biggest ones can weigh
turtles.
200, 300.
Alright, baby. Fuck yeah, Hood Nature, Casual Geographic, here we go. The biggest mistake a lion can make. Okay. Let's go, baby. Let's see what see what that is.
You know what? Before I tell you, I'm just gonna show you.
I don't know if I can watch that. Probably shouldn't. Let's
The
just
average
not.
male murder horse can tip the scales at 3,500 to 5,000 pounds. But the biggest ones can come in at 9,000 pounds.
9,000.
Or 4,082 kilograms for the non-Americans watching this. Hippos have a bite force of close to 2,000 pounds, strong enough to divide a crocodile in half. That is not an exaggeration,
Wow.
It's actually happened. And hippos are one of the most homicidal things to ever have a heartbeat. And for something that most people think is a vegetarian, I've seen them take antelopes off the census for no reason other than malicious intent. Not to mention every year they turn at least 500 people into a tiny section in a newspaper. Put it all together and you get a freight truck with an overbite and roid rage that can literally outrun Usain freaking Bolt and turn Simba into an orphan even faster. The only times you'll ever see a lion run a fade with a hippo is if the lion is starving and desperate, or if the hippo is injured, sick, or a light breeze away from becoming just a body. Other than that, a lion wanting smoke with a literal tank with teeth is
Bro,
just a
what
hand
the
of information.
fuck?
Also, graphic
He's just
warning, if you have a
walking.
sensitive stomach, this is your cue to hide in the comments. This lion tried to test the hippo's hood and got her jaw snatched instead. Hippos are like
my
STDs.
god, that
Nobody
was
should be
insane.
with them.
Holy shit.
I have officially touched fuck me!
You know, that actually reminded me of a really
You're an
messed up
idiot.
fact. You know the leopard seal, right? The op
Yeah.
of happy feet? The biggest threat to a penguin's way of life. Ask them where they want to eat, they'll say Popeyes. Yes, they eat penguins, but we already knew that. But you want to know what else they eat? You'll never guess it. Seriously, I'll give you time to comment, but you won't get it.
What?
Apparently, leopard seals have been known to hunt and eat platypus. Yeah, the ones in Australia have been recorded catching and
Platypus?
murking live-action Perrys. That is a crossover I am just not ready to deal with right now. Honestly, it's bad enough that this is probably
Wow,
the first
that's
time
good
a lot
to
of
know.
people are
That's
hearing
crazy.
that this thing's found in Australia. Some of these steroid seals end up wandering all the way up to Tasmania and Heron Island, which is an island in the southern part of the Great Barrier Reef, which is how the leopard seal can end up in the same area code as this duck rabbit. Also, they can grow to 12 feet long, weigh 1,300 pounds, and one ended a person's life after mauling her and dragging her underwater. Leopard seals are a menace that nobody has the
Sheesh!
balls to
Hell
really
no.
I
Bro,
wasn't edited.
look at
That's
its
really what they
ears.
sound like. This is a muntjac, but for obvious reasons, most people know it as the barking
It's not
bear.
ears. What is
This
that?
barking Bambi is found in Asia in countries like India, Sri Lanka,
like its
Vietnam,
horn
and the
thing?
forests of Indonesian islands. Muntjacs will scream when they're scared or to tell other deer where they are in case they lose them in a dense forest. It's like if you
That
lost
makes
your mom
sense.
at a store and just screamed like a banshee until she found you. They'll also stomp on the ground while barking in order to look more intimidating, which, you know, probably would work if they weren't like 2 feet tall. But like any vertically challenged person, they overcompensate.
No way they're that small, bruh. No shot.
Would work if they weren't like 2 feet tall. But like any vertically challenged person, they overcompensate and this deer will cut you. Muntjacs have fangs sharp enough to shank anybody who underestimates just what a deer with short person complex can do. They've even been known to run fades with dogs and send them
They
to
have
the vet.
fangs.
Also, like surprisingly most deer, the muntjac isn't a herbivore. They'll eat grasses, herbs, and berries, but they'll also hunt and eat small animals and bird eggs. Also, fun fact, actually really, I don't know how this is possible fact, muntjac has less chromosomes than a fruit fly, with males having 7 and females having only 6. Friendly reminder, we have 46. So, we have a 2-foot-tall vampire of a deer that barks like Clifford, has less chromosomes than a fly, and the same attitude as any girl under 5
I'm too
feet.
dumb to
This
know what a
is
chromosome
nature's
means.
drunk text. This bird has a penis for a tongue, and I'm not even kidding. And it's all because of the way
What?
they eat.
Okay, I don't want to watch this one either, motherfucker.
20-foot bulletproof serial killer sneeze. It's bending its ankles. There used to be a nearly 20-foot bulletproof serial killer whose victims included humans and hippos.
What?
Gustav was a Nile crocodile from Burundi, and scientists estimated that he was over 18 feet long and weighed well over 2,000 pounds. And with a bite force of
Yo, no shot. How big did it say this
over 18
motherfucker?
feet long and weighed
18 feet long and 2,000 pounds.
well over 2,000 pounds. And with a bite
That's
force
insane.
of 3,700 pounds, getting attacked by him was like getting assaulted by a sledgehammer with teeth. Because Gustav was too big to hunt the usual victims like zebra and antelope, he instead put wildebeest and yes, even hippos on t-shirts. He also likely resorted
Hippos,
to
huh?
cannibalism if he was ever low on groceries. And he didn't stop there, because this overgrown Bundy gecko allegedly had a body count of about 300 people. And apparently Gustav would tear his victim to pieces and not even eat the mutilated corpse. Bro was real life stat padding. And wouldn't you know, the bastard was
Bro,
bulletproof,
what?
since one of Gustav's defining traits was that he had 3 bullet scars on his body. But the scariest thing about him is how he would have gone about taking your life. Like all crocodiles and alligators, Gustav would have slowly creeped on you in the water with only his eyes visible. The rest of his body would be hidden in the murky water.
Monkey
Then he would have slammed
ass.
his jaws on you with the force of a car, strong enough to tear muscle and break bone, and at this point you'd be 50 shades of with
50
about 60
shades
teeth
of
buried
fucked.
into your flesh. 2,000-pound Gustav would have dragged you underwater and death rolled you, and how long you lived would depend on where he got you. If he managed to get a hold of your arm, he would have effectively ripped it right out of the
Oh my god, monkey ass.
out.
Hell
if
no.
you messed around and let him grab your neck, he would have barrel rolled your head off. Remember how I said he turned 300 people into hashtags? Considering how violently crocodiles kill their prey, it could be more, we just haven't found the bodies yet. Scientist Patrice Fay spent months trying to capture him, but somehow a nearly 20-foot assault weapon managed to avoid them every time. Gustav allegedly died in 2019, but we don't know how, why, or who did it, and we don't know how many lives he took with him. Here's a fact you didn't know you needed to hear.
Alright,
Some
let's hear
octopus
this.
will carry around a security coconut to use as extra protection.
Ah, I learned
Octopus
that.
are one of the smartest things in the ocean. And
A
some have the
security
intelligence of a
coconut.
3-year-old human. It's high-key crazy to think about. But they have no shell or armor, so some species will carry around 2 halves of a coconut to use as a travel-sized panic room to avoid predators or social
Fuck yeah,
interaction
what
in
a
general.
savage.
This octopus has said nothing, yet somehow I completely understand. Some will even camp inside coconuts just so they can catch crabs slipping. You know, crabs really do be getting hoed by everyone. Might be funny to us, but that's low-key a messed up way to die. Coconuts aren't the only tools that these undersea aliens use. I remember this guy. That is the highly
Yeah, I
venomous
do.
man-o-war, which is toxic enough to put both fish and people in a pack. Which is why the blanket octopus will steal the venomous tentacles of the man-o-war to
Use
use it as
those
like
weapons,
a melee
right?
weapon to defend themselves.
Yeah,
You know, if
what a
octopus lived longer than a year or
savage.
two, they could probably do a lot of damage. Moral of this video: if you ever see an octopus carrying coconuts like it's luggage, you know why. No, we probably should be scared of how smart these guys are. This is Inky the octopus, and he used to live in an aquarium in New Zealand. And I say used to because Inky actually escaped by slipping out of his tank when no one was looking.
No
Apparently,
shot.
he noticed a small gap at the top of his tank and Shawshanked his way out. Then he slithered across the floor until he found a 6-inch drain hole, which he, of course, managed to squeeze through.
And got away?
In fact, octopus have no bones or swim bladders, meaning a 600-pound octopus can fit through an opening the size of a quarter. Inky crawled to freedom through
Holy
a 164
600
foot pipe
pounds.
of nastiness I don't even want to imagine. That's almost half the length of a football field until he reached the ocean. And nobody ever saw him again. The next day, workers noticed that the
Nice.
octopus was missing, and I like to think it went
He
something
real
like
life
this.
Nemo'd. He real life
Only
Nemo'd.
reason they even found out what happened was because Inky left a trail leading to the drain pipe, but when they searched it, he was gone. Bro watched that one scene from Finding Nemo and decided
Yep.
he had enough of the gimmicks. Now, I'm not saying we should be afraid
Fuck
of them,
it.
but you can't tell me this ain't some ET shit. I can
That was
Google
that
career
was monk
certificates
ass
provide
and
online
terrifying.
job
What the
training
fuck,
that's-
bro? Shut up. I don't care about your stupid Adam. To be honest, like let's be real. Nobody cares. Nobody. Nope. Not a single
Google
person
career
cares.
certificate.
personally guarantee you're not ready for how big this animal actually is.
Wait, what is it? What? Monka ass! No shot!
That is an Aldabra giant tortoise. The Aldabra part is because they're only found on islands on the Aldabra Atoll in Seychelles off the east coast of Africa. Giant part is because they're built like a freight train with legs. The biggest ones weigh well over 500 pounds and some wander into the neighborhood of my 600-pound life. This breathing tank eats mostly grasses, leaves, and woody plant stems. They've also been known to feed on the corpses of other dead tortoises because of course they do. Some even started learning how to catch and eat birds like the lesser.
What?
To be fair, if you can literally fly but get game overed by a boulder with cankles, you kinda deserve it.
Yeah,
Overgrown shell jockey is
not
such a
wrong.
powerhouse that they basically have the same job as elephants. Because while looking for food, Aldabra tortoises will often knock over small trees and shrubs, creating pathways for small animals the same way elephants do. Also, they basically never die. The oldest one was a tortoise named Adwaita who allegedly lived to 255 years old.
Adwaita.
Most people believe he was born in 1750, but nobody knows for sure because he just kept outliving the people taking care of him. Which means he was alive to witness some of the worst events in human history and said nothing, because if minding your business was a person, this would be his profile picture. A
255.
lot of y'all want to know how I know so much about animals and why I care so much, so in honor of us hitting 10 million, here's 10 reasons why I am the way I am. For one, zoo books. 90s kids might remember this commercial.
Your child can visit steamy jungles, grassy plains, and the dark depths of the ocean.
Yeah, I had them all. No, seriously, call me Ash. I really did catch them all. And
Wow, not
fun
bad.
fact, that one is the first one I ever got.
The elephants.
Go figure. Number 2, this show was basically my Bible because I watched it religiously. I wasn't allowed to watch TV on weekdays,
The most extreme, huh?
but since this was technically educational, I could get away with it. And if you watch this show and watch my videos, you can definitely see where I get a lot of it from. Number 3, this was the first game I've ever gotten. Basically, you just build a zoo, and for some reason, 5-year-old me couldn't get enough of it. Also used to set the lions free and then watch them violate the guests, so yeah. I might have been a psychopath at one point. Number 4, I think I was like 7 when I got this book. I had like hundreds of animal books, but for some reason this one was my favorite. I actually lost it for like a year and a half in somebody's house in another state, and my 7-year-old mind did not know peace until I got it back. Number 5, this thing. Wonder if it still works.
What the fuck?
Good day, mate. Press the animal button below to restore the world of endangered species.
Wow.
Still works. Number 6, this was also one of my favorite games. Basically, you're a vet treating animals in a zoo, and I would honestly spend hours doing it. I couldn't tell my left from right, but I could tell you how to check for tuberculosis in a camel or how to treat diarrhea in a chimp. Number 7,
Nice.
you already know who this is. Number
Fuck
8, I also
yeah.
got National Geographics for kids that I would get every month. Number 9, I once went to the Bronx Zoo when I was 4, and when I came back home, I told my mom I wanted to be a zookeeper when I grew up. And number 10, I really don't know. It's like, I didn't like
Nice.
animals because I had all those things. I had all those things because I already liked animals. I don't know where it came from. I would make these little animal books full of drawings when I was 3 years old, and I have no idea what made me do it. I think I was just a weird-ass kid, and some things just
Nah,
don't change.
you
Thank
just
you all
like
for 10
animals,
million. I
man.
hope all your pillows are cold at night.
Damn, not bad. Yo, that was a fucking banger-ass video, man, like always. God damn. God damn. Shout out Casual Geographic, man. Don't forget to go fucking subscribe over there.